Are you comfortable? I decided to have my coffee break, have my post-lunch coffee with Heidi. I was going to make a video when I first got up, and some things annoyed me, so I didn't. When I'm annoyed, I can't make a video. Well, I can. I make a video about being annoyed, sure. I'm not drinking this coffee because it's hot. But I was too annoyed, so I didn't make a video. And I started working, and that actually was good because I hate coming up on the end of Saturday and not having the morning class done. So now it's 1:15, and the morning class is pretty much done because I have a lot of stuff left over from last week that I didn't get to. Plus because it was, a short week. If you didn't know, it was a short week because Friday was a binder check day. No class. Got two things to remember. The other stool from the kitchen and the cutlery. So we went to the house with my daughter and her husband yesterday. And we looked around, they did some measurements and talked about things that they were going to do. They're buying a house, so they can do what they want. My sister's coming next weekend. I've sent an email to the food bank saying, what do you guys take? They take a lot, apparently. So we're going to give stuff to the food bank. But we have to clean out stuff like all my mother's photo albums. This is one thing that worried her. What will happen to all my photo albums when I die? Well, she was right. They'll get thrown out. Not all of them. I mean, there are some really old ones that show people from longer ago. But all her photo albums of their travels across the United States and Canada. One picture of Arch, another picture of, a lake means something to the person who took the picture, but not to anyone else. She shouldn't have been worried about it. I mean, why would you care? You're not going to be there. So you have this junk. The people who will follow you will deal with it. It's just natural. So a lot of my morning is done. And that was easy. have things worked out so that, you know, I drop this in here, I drop this in here, and I follow with that. But right now I'm stuck on this task stuff, which I'm not good at yet, which is what you have to get better at. So I have one task slated for this week, and I want another one. On my list of things to do, it's 2 tasks a week. I have the idea, so I've got it sitting there waiting. I just have to get the setup. Well, the setup is done. I have to get the documentation, the paperwork. It's a listening task, and how will they show that they have that listening task achieved in their portfolio? So I have to figure that out. So that's when I took my lunch break, late lunch break. That's 1:20 I set Heidi here. Sorry. Down here in the bathroom, shower. And I sent a whole bunch of balls spinning around, and I walked around, and I'm trying to provide dear old Heidi with some stimulation. Because you like stimulation, right? Mind if I touch you? I'm touching you, okay? I'm going to touch you. There you go. I don't like scaring anybody. When I had my babies, my kids, it was the most horrible feeling the first time that a baby went, you know, that you startle them, you scare them somehow by coming up on them and they don't notice. So I really don't like doing that to anything or anybody. And Heidi startles easily. That's a very healthy reflex. I do try to avoid that. After we went to the house, we met at 6, right? And then we walked around the house and did all the stuff that we did. And I said, my husband was starting to really agitate for going home because he had things to do. And we hadn't had supper. And I said, have you guys had supper? I said, no. I said, why don't we go out for dinner? Of course, that annoyed my husband, but we did it anyway. So, like, a few weeks ago, we went to Mai Tai and had pad thai. At least my daughter and I did. Now, I've had enough pad thai for ages now. I don't think I need to go there for a long time. It was good, but good enough to last me. Hey, what do you think? I'm struggling with 2 tasks a week, and we're eventually going to have to do, like, I don't know. It's just overwhelming, this PBLA. portfolio-based language assessment. Okay, great. For one thing, teaching these students to use binders is a useful organization skill, which many of them just don't have. And for living in this world, you need to be organized. So that's one thing. It'll be good for that. If nothing, it'll be good to teach them organization. Here, have some balls.